Yo, yes, Mr. Trump-tastic, yeah, I'm about to hit y'all over the head with another banger. Turn up, Patriots, yeah, y'all gonna love this one, yeah. Mr. Trump-tastic, yo, yeah. Tony Bobolinsky, yeah, Tony Bobolinsky, yeah. Tony Bobolinsky had me running up them numbers. We all seen the laptop, we all know it's hunters. We all seen the laptop, we all seen the laptop. Tony Bobolinsky, yeah, Tony Bobolinsky, yeah, Tony Bobolinsky had me running up the numbers. We all seen the laptop, we all know it's hunters. We all seen the laptop, we all seen the laptop. Mr. Trump-tastic, I'm stepping out the Hummer. Took a trip and fall, now I'm hopping like the springtime. Magaville made me spinning wheels like Ezekiel. Magaville made me, had me starring in my videos. Had to blow the whistle, earn your stripes like a referee. Mar-a-Lago red, now I'm cooking up a recipe. Deep state, Nazi ghost try to heckle me. Chakrin in the water, phantom down with a huckleberry. 4 weeks to live, that's the whole month of February. Heart attack city, had you screaming like Mariah Carey. Willy Wonka flow, same color as the snozberries. Had to bring the bars, now I'm shutting down the factory. Mr. Trump-tastic, I'm dripping like the majesty. Desecrate your morals, minimize your principalities. Woo, I'm sweet the nation and it caused a few casualties. Dripping in the White House and I had to close the curtain. Tony Bobolinsky, yeah, Tony Bobolinsky, yo. Tony Bobolinsky had me running up the numbers. We all seen the laptop, we all know it's Hunter. We all seen the laptop, we all seen the laptop. Tony Bobolinsky, yeah, Tony Bobolinsky, yo. Tony Bobolinsky had me running up the numbers. We all seen the laptop, we all seen the laptop. We all seen the laptop, we all know it's Hunters. January 6th and I feel like Steve Bannon. Wartime ready and I'm shooting out the cannon. Magic carpet ride had me floating like Aladdin. Ukraine deal, shell companies, Barisma. Mr. Trump-tastic, I'm dripping with charisma. Red October, but it feels like a Christmas gift. Big head eagle and I clone them out with Adam Schiff. Mr. Trump-tastic, I'm shutting down the parking lot. Dancing on the roof, moon walking on the raindrop. Billie Jean jacket had me feeling like the king of pop. Mount me like a statue, Papa raised a Rolling Stone. Tony Bobolinsky and I did it on my megaphone. Red October, same color as the candy corn. Had to circle back, hit him with the gin sake. One eye open, sold it sold to Illuminati. I can handle bars, popping wheelies on a Kawasaki. Tony Bobolinsky.
Yes. Welcome back. We in the building, y'all. Y'all see the title. If you are a white tea person, I need you to chime in now. Okay? I need you to chime in now. If you are a Christian, I need you to chime in now. Why do I need you to chime in? Because they say the white birth rate is on decline for many reasons. Global fertility rates are falling, with the U.S. average around 1.6 children per woman, well below the replacement level of 2 kids. See, every woman should be popping out 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. Now, back in the 60s, women were popping out whole families, y'all. Whole families. So guess what? The federal government had to get out the way. So if you want to get an abortion, you're going to have to travel to another state. You're going to have to make all these extra moves. And by the time that woman makes all them extra moves, she's going to think about keeping that baby. That was the whole point of the federal government staying away from the state. Yeah, that's the separation between government and religion, family. The separation between government and religion. Now, the thing is, where are all these souls going? Somebody tell me where all these souls are going. Because if these souls are getting raptured on an esoteric level, that means the light of the world cease to exist. Okay? Now they say if a certain amount of people are gone off the face of the earth, this whole simulation will shut down right in front of us. This whole thing will cease to exist. Period. So they want to keep it above a certain ratio. So this whole holographic realm doesn't just fade to black, as you can see it doing now. Yes, as the earth fades to black, the more technology that has to be ran down our throats. More technology to save our ass. So, shouts out to my white folks out there, but I don't even think they pastor is telling them this shit. Because the thing is, a lot of people identify as white. Even Mexicans identify as white. So in totality, the numbers are screwed. Yes, the numbers are skewed, man. But it seems like people love using faulty numbers for their arguments. And when faulty numbers have been debunked, yeah, we call that Fed talk. You keep on talking faulty numbers after we done debunked all this stuff, and you keep on bringing it up, some people go look at you like you crazy, family. And that's the thing. A lot of people don't want to acknowledge this. And like I said, a lot of white men, yeah, they taking their penis overseas. Okay? They taking their sea man. You know who the sea man is? Yeah, the sea man is a pirate. He go get on that boat and he go conquer other lands. He go conquer the motherland. That is the womb. And as you can see, the white man has decided to hang it up. He said he tired of white women and he going overseas like JD Vance to get his poontang. Okay? Yeah, to get his poontang. And allegedly, they love to buy, yeah, that kitty cat over there in Vietnam and shit. When them soldiers was going over there in Vietnam, they was getting a lot of slant-eyed motherfuckers pregnant. Yes, they was. Yes, they was. And I ain't trying to be racial or anything. Not trying to be racial, anything of that nature. Where are y'all at? I need y'all to talk about this stuff. Because I don't think y'all favorite podcaster is talking about this. I don't think he's going over these analytics like we should. Okay? And like I said, when the white population goes down, guess what? The whole United States numbers go down. See, they dragging these numbers down with the rest of them. So when you do the statistics, I don't know how y'all do it per capita. Or, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Per capita, who knows with that? I heard per capita was Fed talk too. I heard per capita was Fed talk. Hmm. Should we go over a video or should we read? Let's Let me pull this up. And if my voice if I keep on clearing my throats, because I need some Mucinex. I'm gonna be honest with you. See, they keep on spraying shit in the air too. To be honest, they've been spraying shit in the air, getting people sick, all of that. I know people who don't smoke coughing right now. So, guess what? That's part of the population design decline too. Guess what? If you want to get rid of a certain type of skin color, You move a big factory right next to the hood. You move a big interstate right next to the hood. Yes, I believe this was a historic event. They been doing this. Let me pull up this. Let me pull up this. I think it's called the Indian Highway Act. Yeah, this was back in 1917. Let's pull this up, family. Let's pull this up. I don't know if you can see that or not. Back in 1917, the Indiana legislature created the first state highway commission by passing the Indiana Highway Act of 1797. I mean, I'm so stupid. 1917. The law immediately faced court challenges, calling into question its constitutionality by the time the dust settled on the case. Let me see. Because I believe they was building. Hold on. They was building highways through certain lands. Let me see. I might have to look that up. 'Cause I was just looking that up a few days ago. They did some illegal shit. I don't know if they bypassed some legislation. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? They put the highway right next to the projects, right here. They put them right next to the projects, fam. So you got all this smog and you living right here, and you expect there not to be any gang violence right here. A lot of people getting raptured right here in the hood. That's a rapture location too. There's certain locations got Masonic ties to it. I know there was a slave burial built on top of a project. I said, damn. And they were seeing ghosts and shit. They were seeing all kind of ghosts walking through the projects at night because they built it over a burial ground. Yeah, real spill, real talk. But yeah, that's what they did. We could pull that up too. But we talking about the white demographic population on decline. And guess what? They gonna use to repopulate like all these other civilizations that just suddenly disappeared. They go use IVF, family. Elon Musk already told you what he was gonna do. If white women are supposed to be having two babies, pushing out two babies, see, women supposed to push out 2, 3, 4, 5 babies. Man, the birth rate is getting so low. Hey, white people about to go extinct. And guess what? I've been talking about this stuff for years, but guess what? I'm dumb. I'm stupid. I don't know what I'm talking about. Blase, blase. But guess what? You gonna have to go call on Mother Mary for that immaculate conception. See, Jesus Christ, gave you the example of what a test tube baby was. Now, Jesus Christ did not have a sperm donor. Jesus Christ got impregnated by the Holy Spirit. So how in the hell did Mary get pregnant if she didn't have sex with Joseph? The only thing we could think of is this IVF. Test tube baby. How you think we did a episode on? We already did a documentary on this. This shit been happening. And let me pull up this because they've been doing this shit at Coney Island. They've been doing this shit at Coney Island. IVF incubator baby. It's some real shit. Let me pull this up. Look, here go the picture right here. Here go the picture right here. They was really duplicating these motherfuckers. So you go in here, you pick the kids you want, you tell the kid who you are. This kid ain't gonna know. By the time he get 5, 10 years old, he gonna think those his real parents. But all along, he artificial. But where did his soul go? His soul got raptured, man. You can't. They trying to clone the soul, but the soul is already cloned. The soul is already smashed in pieces. And some say there's 7 different yous, but y'all all share one soul, just like Jet Li the One. He had to go back into the simulation in all these other worlds, and he had to go kill all his duplicates so he could gain power. He could gain this all God power. But the thing is, if you IVF, they don't stop this shit. Now the thing is, who is IVF? That's not the father. They would never see the father. They would never see the father. Yeah, that's Beekman. Yeah, you got real live Beekman running around. I told you I was gonna go in tonight. I told you T Holman I was gonna go in, family. Yeah, y'all thought I was playing tonight, and I invited my white friends on this topic to see what they think. I know my wife. She said she don't give a fuck. My wife is white, and she said she don't care. Cause she said she love black men. She said she don't care. I said, damn. That's what she told me. Mm-hmm. But I know I got white supremacists that follow me too. You know what I'm saying? I got all kind of people that follow me. The thing is, I keep my content universal. So you either hate me or love me. This is a very sick topic, sir. And this is like the 3rd time. Matter of fact, it's probably like the 5th, 6th time we done went over this. But like I said, they go to Coney Island. Coney Island is basically Coney Island. So when you want your kids, matter of fact, you could pop in a damn note in this damn incubator and boom, you grow your baby overnight. So the thing is, this is what they do to these damn serial killers and shit. They grow ice cream cone island. Yeah, they do. See this dude right here. He the church shooter. He was the one who shot up that damn church. And like I said, when you want to reprogram a church shooter, you go send them to the CIA farm over there in Virginia. It's called the farm. And you go over there and get programmed. And guess what? They give you a whole new family. They give you a whole new setting. And then you do the will of the Father. Okay? You do the will of the Father. But they've been cloning babies. But these babies have no soul. So you got people walking around right now that have no soul, that have no true father. See, they didn't have a Cupid story. Okay? You know, Cupid, where he shot the bow and arrow into the parents, these people did not get to choose their parents, fam. You think Christ never got to choose his parents? Christ and IVF are the same story, family. They giving it to you in a Scientology format. But the thing is, that's what religion is all about. Because this IVF was told in the story, because guess what? This would be considered the savior. This would be considered, this technology right here would be considered the savior. Okay? White population on the decline. In Western countries, it is often cited in discussions about the demographic shifts. And then you got aging societies, all them baby boomers, y'all dying off and shit. Y'all racist baby boomers, y'all dying off fast. So they trying to teach this to their offspring. That's where you get Turning Point KKK at. You go to Turning Point KKK, they trying to teach their kids that Charlie Kirk shit, that white nationalism. They trying to download that shit because they know they asses out of here. And guess what? Most of them took that motherfucking, you know what, that jabba dabba dabba do. Yeah, they took that. Do the hokey pokey and I turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Hokey pokey. You think I'm playing? Let's pull this up, family. Let's put, when they say I'll turn your ass around, this is what people was really. Let me type this in. I'm gonna show you they was man, boy, they doing all kind of experiments on here. Let me pull this up right now. This got to do with the low birth rate too. Let me try to find it. If I can't find it real quick, hold on. Oh, here it go right here. Let's pull this up, family. People were actually dying. They were spinning around, but this was after 2020. This was after 2020. Wuhan. Yeah. But the thing is about the Wuhan, the government put in a whole fucking, excuse my language, they put in a whole anti-Chinese law. So you can't even blame the damn, you can't even blame them people, fam. Biden put that in where you can't even blame the Chinese. He slipped that right under y'all nose. Slipped that right into y'all nose. Y'all didn't even know that. Why? Because guess what? I'm gonna show you why. Let me pull this up. I'm gonna show you why things are the way it is. Because some people are Johnny come lately. And if you Johnny come lately, guess what? You will take the mark of the beast. I'm pretty sure you'll take the mark of the beast, y'all. And the mark of the beast come in the form of IVF. The thing is, if your whole race is on the decline and you got a choice to be chipped up and live forever, people go choose this. People are going to choose this. Yes, they are. And guess what? Once you choose this, you condemned. Condemned is another form of the word condom. Guess what condom means? A blockage, a gate guard. That means you condemn to hell. Your spirit is condemned to hell. And guess what? These spirits, these spirits and spells have been casted on your brain for the last, let's say a few decades. They've been working on people's brain for a while, family. And guess what? I don't think people are going to be able to weather this storm. Okay? I don't think people will be able to weather this storm because it's too much for people to handle. Now, when you know your damn race is going extinct like fucking dinosaurs, what else do? You start to act out. You start to bug out. You start to panic. Other people know not to panic. But like I said, other people do not know what's going on. Now, do they? And people are scared of what they don't know. Now, let me show you something, because people were spinning the hell around. Let's pull this up. And this was after the GAB. You see that hokey pokey? Yeah, turn yourself around. He was actually singing something, and there's more videos like this too. There's way more videos like this too. So what? Huh? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Uh, all right, back to the show. Yeah, like I was saying, people were actually doing this, and like I said, guess whose birth rate is very low? Yeah, them Chinese people. They trying to wipe their ass out over there too, but they replacing them with artificial intelligence. That is what we call the Great Replacement theory. Some political and cultural commentators link white fertility decline to the Great Replacement. See, they wrote this shit up too, man. They wrote this whole playbook up for people to fall into, and guess what? It's working. It's working. See, a lot of people go disappear like the Romans. A lot of people go disappear like the damn Egyptians, and they go merge into something else. This is when man becomes beast, half man, half amazing. Okay. And it seems like this is taking place, the merger of the animalistic behavior and the human behavior. Very sick, I might add. Very sick. Let's get into it. And people are really dropping dead like this. Really in China. I've seen a lot of videos like this coming from overseas. Okay. Okay. Some say he got inoculated. World's first IVF rhino pregnancy could save a nearly extinct subspecies. Now, who the fuck they think they talking about? And who are these damn rhinos? And why do these rhinos have horns on them? The horns represent the horny goats. Who is the horny goats? Let's pull up who the horny goat is, because it seems like they always have this entity come around when it comes to pregnancy and repopulation, sexual deviant behavior. And this is the god Pan. Let me show you. What in the hell? Let me show you this Greek god Pan, because he's a horny goat. This is the goat god Pan. And he specialized in the dualistic realm. And like I said, this is Peter. He represents the penis, the Pan, or what we call the horny goat. But the Pan is represented as the petri dish. The Pan is the petri dish. Okay, this goat god Pan right here, and he plays the fiddle too. But like I said, the fiddles are these tubes right here. He's playing in these tubes. He's spitting in these tubes. And what is the spit? The sperm. Because like I said, this goat god Pan, he's a horny goat. This goat god Pan, he used to whack his meat. Go around in the forest, whacking his meat, spreading his semen all over the damn. And this is what horny people do, okay? This is what people do in their damn house too when they bored. They go around whacking their meat. Nasty motherfuckers. These are the people that I call them incels. They be online lying and being a hypocrite, flipping back and forth to nasty movies. These people are nasty, y'all. There's some nasty motherfuckers. That's why they got to do Project 2025. Because if it was up to some people, shit, they'll whack their meat until it fucking bleed. Nasty motherfuckers, man. I swear. A lot of people ain't gonna make it. I'll tell you that right now. A lot of people are trapped in this damn system, and it's not doing them any justice. Anything below heaven is considered hell in this world. And guess what? You know when you in hell, right? When you have cannibalism and nuclear warheads. That's the battle of Armageddon right there. Man versus mankind. But anyway, this is the great replacement theory. Okay? And immigration, low birth rates are a part of a coordinated effort to replace white populations, family. Okay? Using IVF as a targeted demographic tool to raise ethical concerns. Okay? But like I said, IVF can be meaningful to fertility. Who's a fertility god? Mary is a fertility god. Christ is a fertility god. Osiris, Isis, the goat god, Pan is a fertility god. Okay? The reason why they call Mother Mary the goat is because she represents this cow deity in Egypt they call Hathor. Let me pull up. This is the Hathor, another form of Hathor. You see Mother Mary? Where is she located at in the sky? She would be considered a sky goddess. And then we have Hathor, the goddess of the sky, of woman and fertility and love. Hathor's worship originated in the early dynastic times in the 3rd millennium BCE. The name Hathor means the estate of whore. Who is the whore? This would be considered the whore of Babylon, family. Horus Hathor. Okay? This is the cow god. And guess what? There go your horns right there. There go your horns right there. But like I said, this rhino, it got one big horn. But like I said, this mythological character they call the unicorn is basically a form of IVF because this unicorn right here, as you can see, it got a sharp end. It got a sharp, it's like a sword, a sharp staff, but this is the rip through space and time. This thorn right here is the rip through the layers of reality. But the word rip is the word RIP. Like you're ripping something, and this is what they do when they're splitting the cell. It's called meiosis, family. There's a Egyptian god named Moses, and he puts his arms out to split the Red Sea so the inhabitants could cross over. Are you following the storyline, family? This is the knowledge of the jinn or the game genie. Moses would be considered a jinn. Like I said, this is their red heifer, their sacrificial lamb. You dealing with the the realm of Scientology. This is their Scientology religion, family. Okay, like I said, this is Moses splitting the sea. What are the seas? The two eyes. Okay, this is how you form in your mother's belly. Because guess what? You was a one single cell organism until the sperm hit the egg, family. You see these inhabitants that's crossing this Red Sea would be considered the sperm entering the egg. Okay, the Red Sea is the blood of Christ shedding the blood to be reborn again in this realm where it's dualistic. This is why you have two eyes. Okay, this is the God of the split, and this Egyptian Adinkra tells it all right here. Okay, this is the torus field of what we call a reciprocating hyperboloid. This is the God of the splits between the left and the right brain, family. Okay. IVF, brain computer interface. See, this is all supposed to be tied to Neuralink because guess what? They shift in consciousness from one being to another. And when you get this chip, the average human being won't be able to compete. So guess what? That average human being is going to have to do what? He going to have to get the chip too to compete in this new world. Yes, he is. And there's that. To be continued. I got another episode, but I'm going to push it back until tomorrow. So make sure you sub up to the channel. I'm going to leave the comment section open and let y'all think about what I just said because I have a lot more to say. It's just getting late. So we're going to have to do part 2. Okay? I'm out of here, family. Love y'all. Peace. Mr. Trump.